Welcome back, it's me. I want to talk to you guys about the law of least effort and how it changed my life. Now, this is something I had read about previously, and I have kind of dismissed it because I didn't really understand the concept. But after having certain life experiences and having burnt out on my creator journey, I've kind of come to terms with what it really means, and maybe this can help you. It's been drilled in our minds, especially if you are from an American cultural background, that in order to get results, you have to work really hard. And this has made us believe that we have to work ourselves to the 110% to deplete our energy resources until there's absolutely nothing left. We believe that we don't deserve to allow ourselves to feel good if things are going too well, if things are too easy and life feels great, because we are not trying hard enough. And we believe that there is always a next level to get to. We should never be satisfied unless all of our resources are depleted. But this type of thinking is absolutely backwards, and it's never going to get you the results that you want or the life that's going to make you happy. When you are not taking care of yourself, when your basic needs are not met and you are allowing yourself to be depleted, there is nothing there for you to give. Your body and your mind are running on autopilot, aka survival mode. And the only way to get out of this is to get yourself to a place to where you are rested and taken care of mentally, emotionally, physically. That's the only way you are ever going to thrive. You are never truly yourself when you are sleep deprived, when you're eating a shit diet, when you're overworked, overstressed. And although there are certain things that are imposed on us, we do have a bigger control over than we believe that we have. We're just not willing to act on it because, again, we are afraid that if you don't deplete yourself and do the most, that you don't deserve it and that you're never gonna get the results that you want. But let me tell you something. Any of the successful people that you ever see online talked about, Jeff Bezos is one example. Did he work himself to the bone at a 9 to 5 until his body started to break down? And that's how he got to the success that he's at? Absolutely fucking not. This is a backwards way of thinking. This is like slave mentality. You are never going to be your real self if you are not taking care of you. And no one else can take care of you the way that you need. If you're over the age of 20 especially, your parents have done their job. It's now your job. No matter what kind of partner you get, what kind of person you find, what support system you have, the community all around you, no one else can read your mind and know everything that you need exactly when you need it. There is no AI that has yet been created to be able to do this for us. You have to start listening to your gut, to your intuition. When you are running on empty, there is no space there to have a creative solution to your problems. You can't get to the point where you are at 50%, 30%, 20% of your energy and you are running on autopilot and expect yourself to have the cognitive ability to come up with a creative solution out of your life's problems. It's just not going to happen. You have to learn what is the least amount of effort I can give to all of these things outside of myself. What is the way that I can retain the most for me? And there, with that extra that you have, will your body start to calm down and heal itself finally. And then your mind will also get to a place of stability for the first time. And it will be like you are awakening to a new person. But that's just who you really were underneath of all of this BS. Your relationships get better. New opportunities start showing up because you are finally able to perceive them. Before, all you could think about was survival. All you could think about was the next meal, the next bill. And then you push yourself to zero till you break down and you have to spend days in bed on the weekend recovering from your really tough week. What if you didn't have to do that? What if you just held back a little more at a time until you reached a place you gave just enough that with a small amount of time you can recover? And now you actually have the ability. You're at the place where you're sane enough to look at the grand scheme of your life and to zoom out and say, you know what? Nothing is forever. These problems are small. I'm not going to be thinking about them a month, a year, 10 years from now. But what will matter is that today I was able to implement a plan and take the steps to get to the dream life that I want to get to. You will never be able to see the step that is necessary, the end goal in sight, when you are worried about so much pointless stuff, when you are focusing on depleting yourself in order to deserve it. So you have to work on that inner dialogue that you have going on that was oftentimes placed there not even through any fault of your own, do less. Reserve more for you and use all this extra energy and ambition that is still in you, that has been programmed in you, to instead take the scary leap of faith, post yourself online, make that move, start that business, take on the new job, whatever it might be for you. Find the creative solution to a problem that's going to change it all. You will become a better person. You will have better relationships. And what can happen is, because you are now your calm self, you're fully taken care of self, you find that there is less resistance in relating to those around you, and opportunities that were previously not there just appear. People see you in a new light. You stop getting into arguments with others. You stop caring when someone doesn't align with you, and you're able to just let them go, because you're not seeing everything around you as being another problem to tackle, because your body is no longer just trying to get back to 100. When you're well and fine and you commit to living your life this way, everything else is figure outable, everything else is fixable. But if you deplete yourself constantly, if you try too hard, you're going to live your whole life in survival mode, and you're just going to be reaching and seeing blocks and blocks. Someone wrote me a comment maybe a month ago. What are my thoughts on how you do anything is how you do everything? And I think this is so relevant, and I have been keeping this thought in my mind. If you choose to live your life in such a way that you are always giving from nothing, you have nothing to give, there's no quality there, and you will indeed get nowhere. But if you choose to always do the least, focus on the end goal, and don't worry so much about which way you have to take to get there. If you come from a full well and you do everything this way, you can finally get to where you want to be.